So my buddy Mike Silver of The Athletic wrote quite the story today.
Oh.
That I think is of interest of the Las Vegas listening audience that just joined us here on our ESPN Radio circuit. Mike Silver, everyone should seek this one out in The Athletic. It's quite the article, and it is entitled, Maxx Crosby is ready to leave Las Vegas. The sooner the Raiders accept that, the better.
Oh. Sorry, Jay Philly.
Now, Jay, don't shoot the messenger here. I'm just the messenger for what Mike Silver is reporting. It sure seems like Maxx Crosby is done with playing for the Raiders. He hasn't said it. I know he gets pissed when everybody's talking on his behalf. You know, nature as well as the NFL media abhors a vacuum. We hate it. We have to fill it
Right.
with either tinfoil hat conspiracies or rumors, conjecture, until we get ourselves an answer, damn it.
I already told Lloyd that silence was golden.
And all I keep thinking is if Maxx Crosby was so pissed about being deactivated in the last 2 weeks of the season last year so the Raiders could tank and get a better draft choice, and that is something that he can't get over, you know, who ordered that code red? Mike Silver says in this article it was John Spytek, the general manager. So that makes sense that Max is still upset because obviously the general manager is still around. It must not have been communicated very well to him either on one part or the other part. It doesn't matter how it's communicated to him. What it communicates long-term for him is that you don't understand me. I'll play no matter what. That's what I'm all about. And so, yeah, we're clearly going to restart with a rookie quarterback. And I don't know if he's up for that because he, as Mike Mayock, who joined us on our Monday show, former GM, said he's still tight with Maxx Crosby. He said Max wants to play in meaningful games in January and February, or clearly when the games are in January and they're meaningful about getting a high draft choice or not, he wants to play anyway because he's Maxx Crosby. The article begins with this, talking about how when Crosby in 2019 was drafted into the league and John Gruden was the coach, Crosby would frequently blow up practices for Gruden on the offensive side of the ball because he just could not take it down from Spinal Tap 11 on every snap. He had to just go, you know what, to the walls. And habitually, quoting the article here, habitually, he, Crosby, would blow up Coach John Gruden's offensive script by charging off the edge and batting down passes, sometimes getting dangerously close to the quarterback. At one point, Gruden threatened to cut him if he kept it up. Quoting, said one witness of Crosby, quote, his attitude was, if you don't want me to do it, then block me, and nobody was in position to challenge that. So that's what makes Crosby tick. And he's saying, Mike Silver, that Crosby being told you're not playing is a red line, that it's difficult for him to come back from. He also mentioned some interesting aspects here, a name that is familiar to Patriots fans. Brockman might hear it all the way from his vacation across the Pacific. Alex Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the, I guess one would say, right-hand man of Tom Brady. His official title in Vegas is wellness coordinator. The article here from Silver refers to Guerrero as, quote-unquote, a staunch Brady ally who regularly attends practices and meetings, purports to possess significant organizational power, informing players of impending transactions, and even indicating to staff members who don't follow his instructions that their jobs may be at risk. And when you have somebody who's there who has a sense of power, or you have a sense that this person has power for somebody who's not there, because obviously Brady has a regular Sunday job on Fox, at which he gets better and better every single week, by the way. He's awesome at it.
No surprise.
Quote here, suffices to say that there are trust issues permeating the Raiders training facility in Henderson, Nevada. Now, listen, The fact that there's a new head coach there, who knows what Clint Kubiak's going to install, what's going to happen, or what Clint Kubiak has been telling Maxx Crosby off to the side. But I will finish with this, the way this article finishes. And this is the one that got me to go, oh, okay. This is how Silver finishes up his opinion after giving this information as the backdrop. If Spytek and Brady are indeed thinking long-term, they'll sift through the offers for Crosby, find a suitable trade partner, and thank him for his service. If not, well, it's probably going to take more than a red jersey to protect Mendoza once training camp begins.
Wow.
Yikes.
Incendiary.
Now, this is Mike Silver's opinion. And you know he minces no words. That's why I love reading his stuff. And it's always a must-read when Mike puts something out there. But if Maxx Crosby is going to be like, all right, Gruden's going to threaten to cut me, I don't care. I'm not saying he's going to purposely hurt Fernando Mendoza. I don't know if that's what Mike's indicating. But the bottom line is he's going to show the rookie the ropes the way he wants it to be shown. And if he's been wanted to be shown the door instead of him still being there to show someone the ropes, then you might think about showing him the door.
Can I say something to Max on behalf of Raiders fans?
Please do so. Do you want to switch your hat to do it or what? What do you,
do
you want to get into the role
It depends
fully?
what he chooses on where I go, either NFL or the Raiders. But
Okay.
On behalf of fans.
Oh, you got to drop even.
Stay as long as you can. For the love of God, cherish it.
Stay this long.
I thought you were going to make
ahead
an
of me.
impassioned plea to camera.
Oh, he let Billy.
That was it.
I did too.
I was ready.
I want something more.
Stay here.
I need
Stay as long as you
your
can.
words.
Suze, produce him. Produce
I
him,
need
Suze.
your words from the heart. Come on, give me something, Philly.
Yeah.
He's my favorite player. I don't want to see him go. I totally understand that. You got to look out for the quarterback, but we need to keep him. This is our year if he stays.
You're here to do what?
Or you play the drop. I hate this game. I hate this team.
Let's hate this
Saving
team.
it.
That one.
No. He's already threatened to sign his own paperwork of Maxx Crosby means that much to you, right?
Yeah, I was telling TJ and Brock, if he stays, I'm going to get the same Raiders tattoo as him.
If he goes, will you get a tattoo of his new team?
Absolutely not.
He's just gonna get a new team.
What if it's the Dallas Cowboys?
No way.
Well, here's the thing. The
Yeah,
Raiders are
well,
apparently asking, we'll talk to Breer about it. They're apparently asking for the Micah deal, 2 firsts and a player,
Wow.
All right.
even though he's 3 years older than Micah.
Micah.
You know what stinks about this whole thing is sitting him is so antithetical to how Pete Carroll coached, and I know that they were going to move on from him anyway.
Right.
But you'd almost think in so many ways that must have been one place where Spytek and Pete just didn't see eye to eye. Pete would never want a player to sit to look ahead for next year. It's just not who he is. And the Guerrero thing is so fascinating. Cooper and I just rewatched some of the documentary, the
On Apple
Patriots
TV?
Dynasty,
Uh-huh.
which is so fantastic. And we were just at the Guerrero spot where the controversy started bubbling up, the tension with Belichick and Guerrero being there. And it'll be interesting to see, again, if you're saying that Silver's writing that he can basically tell players what they want, let them know things are coming up, what have you.
Right.
Oof.
Well, the
how
thing
that
that I
worked out
think
in
with the
New
Guerrero stuff in New England was Tom, if I may, finally carving out some turf of his own that he felt he had earned over the years of being Tom freaking Brady, right? And Belichick viewed that potentially as turfing him.
Sure.
This is, Tom now being in charge and not physically being there all the time, which leads to something that could be viewed as dysfunctional when you don't win. 100%. And could be viewed as something within the building as unhelpful if you don't win. If you win, it's just like, hey, I'm in shape. If you lose, it's just like, is everything that I'm doing being reported back to Tom? And so that's what Silver's pointing out that might also have Crosby might also want an exit visa from, because this is his 6th head coach. Guy got drafted in 2019. Think about it. But there's also reasons why there was a lot of that. Gruden could have been the coach there for the last 6 years if everything didn't happen the way it did years ago. But the general sense is this thing's over and you might as well get your picks for him and get it done. And if you do it, doing it now would be kind of the right thing to do.
So where does he land?
Doing it before the draft, because the thing that I had
Our timing was off.
The thing that was so crazy what the Cowboys did is you made a deal for draft choices from Green Bay without knowing where the Green Bay draft choices were going to land for the first year of the deal.
Yeah.
Now, you do it now, you know exactly where the draft choices are. You know exactly who you could turn the draft choice into on the spot. You do it before the draft, you know, I'm getting from Dallas 12th overall pick. You know, getting from the Bears, what is it, 26, 24, something like that. So, or 27. You know, like you know where it is in the draft order, as opposed to doing it in the summer. Plus, it lingers. Plus, you know, like he's going to be there. Remember all that craziness of him standing around in training camp, not showing up here, not showing up, whatever. Not that Crosby would do the same thing, but so I just wanted to call everyone's attention to that article.
If they were going to move, like you said, a great time now because defensive players dominated this combine. So if you want to get a replacement.
Right. I mean, I get, but Mendoza's the guy. I mean, Mendoza's the kid. I mean, he is going to, you're going to fall in love with him. You're going to fall in love with him.
Oh, he winked at me at the combine.
Oh, he did?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
Wow.
By the way, breaking news, you didn't tell me that.
Big boy and just, hey, give me a little wink.
Were you wearing Raiders gear?
I was not. I was
so you just
decked out in Rich Eisen gear.
Oh, maybe that's why he winked at you.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
That's a good point.
Why?
Or you
like
look
me that way? People like our gear.
It's
I'm
comfy.
sure if I'm watching the Rich Eisen show or a heated rivalry.
Ladies and gentlemen.
By the way,
Susie
there's a
Schuster's
direct
here.
flight from Vegas to Boston. If he wants to
Yeah, the
take a
Patri-
direct flight,
Oh, no.
we could really use him.
No, let me tell you what nobody wants. Is
Has
that.
I do.
How's his knee?
Chris
Has anyone
does.
talked about that?
Yeah, I'll take it.
I think it's going to be fine enough.
It'll be fine.
All right.
Rich, just like nobody wants the Celtics to win, nobody wants Maxx Crosby on the Patriots.
Well, except
Cowboys.
Susie
Coop
and
wants the Celtics.
Cooper and
Besides that,
her entire side of our family.
no one here.
So-
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.